So I didn't understand it, but as I understand ADHD now, what what fundamentally happened in my brain, and I guess it'll happen to some people as well, is I would have an inability to choose where to place my focus. Right, one of the things.
Mhm, mhm.
So I would either be hyper focused by something that I shouldn't, or I would have no focus for the thing that I should. So I could be having a conversation with you here, and let's say there was a car outside revving its engine. At some point, that's all I'd be able to think about, even though you're speaking to me. That's all I'd be able to think about is like, who's revving this engine? Who's driving this car? What is going on out there? What kind of car is that? Sounds like a V6. Is that a truck? What are they? Huh? Is something wrong? No, it's. And now you'd be talking, and then at the end of the sentence, I'll just hear the last three words you said, and then I'll try and like put it all together and act like I was paying attention. But what my brain was also doing in that paying attention thing was it was focusing on a recurring thought or a recurring idea that I couldn't let go of. And that's sometimes where the depression would kick in, is that I would be perpetually stuck in a loop of either meaninglessness or what I like to call personally, it's like my zoom was stuck on my lens. And I think the way you see life is literally like a lens. I shouldn't have done that with my hands in a video. That's gonna be
We can Photoshop.
yeah, just it's gonna meme that. But anyway, like I think of a lens, right? And what you're doing with a lens all the time when you're getting focused and when you're zooming is you're trying to place your focus on the object that you're trying to place it on. If you zoom out too wide, you can't see the object. If you zoom in too much, you also can't see the object. You've got to find the right zoom so that you know, okay, we're now looking at a cup. If you zoom in too much, you just go like, I'm looking at silver. I'm looking at a color. You zoom out too much, you can't even see that we're in this room.
Mhm.
I'm looking at people. You're like, no, there's a cup. Oh, I didn't see it. And so what was happening in my brain was I would get stuck in a zoom and I would just loop. So sometimes it would be me going, that was an interesting day at work. Oh, I go to work tomorrow. Then I go to work the next day. Then the next day. And then the next day. Then there's a weekend, but then I'm back at work. Wait a minute. It's just weeks and weekends forever. It just keeps on going. And then one day you're like, you're 90 and then you're dead. And wait, why am I going to work tomorrow? What's the point of, what is happening here? This makes absolutely no sense. And then I'll just sit there and I couldn't get that out of my head. I literally could not get that thought out of my head. And I would just sit there like, what is the point of this? What are we doing? Couldn't get it out of my head.